Hey everyone, it's Katie, and I just wanted to give you an update. And actually, I think it's week 19. It could be week 20. I don't know. Anyway, so first the numbers, and then the thoughts on this week. And I'm going to title my thoughts "How to Get Off the Pity Party Horse," because I've been doing a lot of thinking lately and trying to come up with strategies to help me as I'm going through this maintenance kind of plateau. Some people call it a stall. I don't really like the word stall because I'm not really stalling. Like, to stall a car means that you're stopping. And I'm not really stopping. It's just that my body is not moving the weight. Anyway, more on that later. And then also some NSVs. Okay. And this week, I put them in kilos for my Aussie and friends across the pond, including Tyrone. It's true. All right. The highest weight was 430, which is 195.4 kilos. My surgery weight was 396, which was 180 kilos. Last week's weight was 328.4, which was 149.2 kilos. And this week's weight is 324.6, which was 147.5 kilos. So the last this week was 3.8 pounds, which is 1.7 kilos. But it's still my weight that I've been at fluctuating this whole month. So I haven't broken into new territory. But that said, I'm not worried. So I will keep on keeping on. Okay, so now my top 10 things on how to help when things just are not going your way. So these are the things I've been thinking about. 1, reality check. Like, be honest with yourself. So for me, I wasn't writing down, I wasn't weighing and measuring. I wasn't writing down everything that I was eating. I was skimping on some things, and I think that really had an effect on my journey. So I've started now again this week to really weigh and measure everything, and make sure also, like, when I'm doing homemade things, to not just like look at MyFitnessPal, but to kind of create my own thing. And I'm going to give it a shout out to some people in the next one. Anyway, sorry, it's late. Anyway, I have a lot of shout outs to do this week for the people who really helped me. So anyway, 2 was weigh and measure everything. I just kind of talked about 1 and 2 together. 3, seek medical advice. I talked to my nurse, who told me to talk to my nutritionist, and I emailed my nutritionist my journal, my MyFitnessPal, and the dietitian told me that I needed to bump up my calories from 800 to 1,000. So I've been doing that, and then also I need to do a 2-to-1 ratio of protein to carbs. And that has been really hard, and I really miss fruit. So I'm working on it, but it's a challenge. But I do trust her, and I know that she knows what she's talking about, and I know it's not forever. I think it's just to, get me recharged again and keep going. So also, she told me to add strength training 3 times a week to keep building up that muscle. So I have been doing cardiovascular a lot, but the strength training isn't. So I'm going to be starting some band resistance. I have a band here. I just need to do it, and I don't have any weights, so I'll have to wait. Waka waka waka. I'll have to wait to get the weights. Okay, sorry, little punchy here. Okay, 4, put the effing scale away. I almost took a sledgehammer to it. It's a true story. I am going to try really hard to just measure my weight on Mondays. I have put the scale up super high. That is all I'm going to do, weigh on Monday morning. There are so many other ways that I can measure my success. So the scale is one of them, but the scale has this like crazy power hold. It's like a vice grip on my emotions, and I just don't like it. I don't like how it makes me feel. I don't like how I am telling myself I'm going to have a great day or a sucky day depending on the weight. So I am trying to weigh myself every week, and I hope that that works. Yes. Let's see what else. Sorry, I took some notes. I was actually writing all of this stuff down during the week to try to like think about what I need to do to continue. So, and then also, there are just so many other ways to measure like how my clothes are fitting, how many bones I can see. That sounded weird, but you know what I mean, like my elbow bone. See, look at that. And I still can't find my measuring tape, so I'm going to have to probably buy another one. But I need to take my measurements and just see where I'm at. Okay, so then 5, just give yourself some grace. This is a learning process. There's stuff that I still don't know, and I'm 4.5 weeks out. You mess up, you move on, you continue on. And I think that that's where this journey is really great, because even when I'm not doing as well, I still have so many successes already that I can look back on. And I think that giving myself grace to fail, not fail as in, I just mean fail as in make mistakes, I guess, that I'll learn from them and I'll continue to keep going. So I guess that was why I said, like, give myself some grace. And I'm trying also, when I do that, to not get super bent out of shape and just to get back on the, like, WLS train and hold on for dear life. So sometimes you just need that. Also, 6, adjust the carbs and sugars in my diet. I was getting kind of confident in the weight loss because it was going really easy for a minute. I was like, no matter what I put in my body, I'm still losing. Might as well just continue eating what I want to eat, and then the weight loss kept going, even though like I didn't really do anything different. So it really played head games with me because I thought I could continue that way. Well, there's a point where that's not always going to be the case. For some people, that will still work. But for me, it doesn't. And I'm going back to the basics of protein and vegetables and a tiny bit of fruit. So, and then this one is a pretty important one. Number 7 is have some people in our community look at your food journal. And I want to give a shout out to Pete Rocks the Sleeve and Kirk. They both helped me. Kirk helped me by telling me that I wasn't eating enough like real food, that the food I was putting in my body wasn't as great as I could have, and I took that to heart. And then Pete was just a rock star, and I just wanted to say thank you so much. He really dissected my journal and told me some things that I could do, and really gave me some better hints and tips about what I could do, like making sure that what I'm putting in my body is what is on my FitnessPal, and that I'm not adjusting things to play mind games like the Quest bar net calories versus total or net carbs or whatever. And so that was just it really opened my eyes. So thank you, both of you. I really appreciated that. And then also just everybody who, everybody else who just supported me. That's also one is that you just need to really ask for help, and I'll talk about that one in a minute. So number 8 is going to be a doozy, and maybe it'll be controversial. I don't know, but I'm going to lay off the Quest bars for a little bit. I love Quest bars. I think they're fabulous, but I'm going to stop because I was eating like 2 to 3 Quest bars a day, and I wasn't getting the satisfaction of thinking that I was eating a meal. So it was kind of a mind thing for me too. I'm never hungry, but it's nice to like be like, okay, this is breakfast and this is lunch instead of, Quest bar for those meals. And also, when I eat, I'm trying really hard now to just really enjoy it and savor it and sit down and make it special. And that is also something that crosses over to the OA stuff that I've been doing. So that's something else I'm trying. And then also 9 is journaling and really thinking about how far I've come. Like just really internalizing all of the changes that are happening to me. And to be happy with it. I'm trying to look back at all my NSVs and see just how many I've already had. And somebody asked me last week when I was down in the dumps, like, wouldn't I be happy with as, like, if I couldn't lose any more weight than what I weighed right now, could I be happy? And I really wanted to say yes, that like it would be fine and no worries, but no, I wouldn't be happy. And I think that I have become happier, but there are still so many things I strive for and I want to work towards. And so I would try with all my if my doctor said, I'm sorry, Katie, this is it. This is what you are going to be at. Then I would try to wrap my head around that. But I don't think that's the case, and I will keep pushing. But that said, as I'm going through this journey, I am going to continue to be in a happy place where I am and not worry about the distance or the things far ahead of me. Sometimes I get wrapped up in that. And it's also hard for me because I've had so much weight to lose that sometimes I've lost 104 pounds or something like that. And sometimes people hit goal before that, and I'm nowhere near that. And so there's also this mental part of that. Like, I wish I could be done, but I just need to keep working harder. So, I feel so much better and I've come so far. And so I do need to reflect on that and be happy in the moment right now that I can do all of these things that I wasn't able to do before. And I'm going to try to stop that shoulda, woulda, coulda game that goes along in my brain. Like, you should be able to do this by now, or how come you're not doing this, or blah, blah, blah. So I'm just going to try to put a stop to all of that. And then number 10 is what I really think everybody should do. If you are in a place where it is just not okay, and it is a big deal, ask for help. This community is so fantastic, and that's what we're here for. Like, I am just so lucky. I feel so lucky. If you don't ask for help, then nobody knows you need it. And I have a hard time asking for help, but I did, and I'm really glad I did. I'm so thankful for everyone who reached out to me via text or Facebook or YouTube. All of your comments, I read all of them. I cried multiple times. It was a good cleansing cry, but I did. And it really, really helped me. So thank you so much. And if ever you need help, just let me know and I'll be there for you. I just really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. So there you have it. My 10 things to help me get off my pity party horse. Okay, it's already 14 minutes in. I can't believe this. It's gonna be a long video. So NSVs this week, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. So NSVs this week, I got new running shoes, and that was first of all, I'm doing the Couch to 5K and I needed a new shoes, but also I wanted to do it for my 100-pound weight loss. And then today I did my first bike ride in about 2009, 10, 11, 12. Oh my gosh, in about 5 years. I'm not even kidding you. And I had to put my bike in my back seat, so because I didn't have a bike rack. But then my friend Bree, who I was meeting, she let me use hers, so now I have a bike rack. So yay! And then my mom, I was visiting my brother over in Spokane, and my mom noticed two NSVs I didn't even realize. One is that now I just use the regular bathroom stalls, and I don't go to the handicap one, because that's what I used to do all the time, was just go straight for that one without even thinking about it. And now I just go into a regular one. It's kind of crazy. And then also I went through a regular turnstile instead of always waiting at the handicap, the one that just pushes through like the gate. No problem. So, and I didn't even realize it. I just did it. And then also, number 4 is I am starting training for a triathlon. I am going to be a triathlete, which is crazy to think about. But my friend Christy, whom I've known since 2001-ish, she and I are going. She's a great athlete, and she's done tries, and she's done a whole bunch. And I've always wanted to do one. But I always felt like I couldn't. Like there was this weight holding me back, and I wasn't fast enough, and I didn't feel like it. So she wasn't going to come home this summer, but then her plans changed, and so we've decided to do this triathlon. I will put the link down below if anybody wants to do it. If you're in the Pacific Northwest area and you want to do it, I will do anything you want. And also, if you're in the Seattle area and you want to work out with me, I would love it. I'm doing bike rides on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and a swim on Thursday and Sunday, and then jogging on Thursday and Sunday as well. So it's going to be a crazy time, but I'm very excited about it, and I'm very, very ecstatic. And then I want to talk about something that happened that was kind of an emotional NSV for me. So my family is super supportive. So before I say what I'm going to say, I just want to tell everyone out there that I have the best family. Like, I love them, and they've worked so hard and helped me through this journey and have done so many wonderful things. But I was over in Spokane at my brother's house, and I was doing the Couch to 5K program, and I was jogging. And my dad comes out of the house, and he says, "Hey, Katie, do you know what's better than jogging?" And I was like, "No, Dad, what?" But first of all, I need to preface this with, this is a man who doesn't exercise. He is very out of shape and overweight, and also I don't know how to put this, but anyway, so that we'll just leave it at that. And then I said, "No, Dad, what?" And he said, "Well, speed walking." So the way he said it, though, was like what I was doing wasn't good enough, or what I was doing was not what he thought I should be doing. And so I felt kind of judged, and judging the way I was moving my body and judging the way that I was taking care of my body. And so at first I said, at first I didn't say anything, and I just kept going, and I finished my walk and my jog. And then instead of doing what I would do before, because at first it didn't bother me, but then as I was continuing on my walk and my jog, I realized that it really did bother me, because I felt sabotaged. I felt like what I wasn't doing wasn't good enough, and so I actually went back to him and talked to him, which I don't usually do. What I would have done is go inside and emotionally binge eat, probably, and eat things I shouldn't eat. And so I went down and actually told him how I felt, and he told me that that wasn't what his intention was, and that he was sorry, and he gave me a hug, and that I told him what he could say next time, and that he could say that he was proud of me for what I'm doing. And anyway, it ended up being a pretty awesome conversation, and I don't do that. Like, I used to not stand up for myself, and so that was a pretty awesome, oh, I thought I wasn't going to cry. But anyway, that was a pretty awesome NSV to stand up for myself when I felt like it needed to be said. So that's a big deal for me. Anyway, that's all. I'm trying not to leave this on a cryy note. So anyway, I guess that's all. I am so thankful for you guys. I'm so sorry that this is so long. And I'll see you next week. I wish I had a catchphrase, but I don't. So that's all. Love to you and you and you and you and you. Okay, bye.
You're better than the best. I'm lucky just to linger in your life.